Okay, today we're going to go ahead and adjust this bug. As you recall, I had taken everything apart, but specifically, I had taken the arm and separated from the pin by loosening this screw right here. So right now we're going to have to adjust the height of this arm. This is an early model. It has the screw. I just loosen the screw and move the arm up and down within the pin. But before we do that, remember we have to take the weight off and back up all the screws. Just going to have to back them up a little bit so they don't interfere. Okay, so what are we looking for when we adjust the height? It's going to be hard for you to see, but I'm going to move the dot contact in. You'll see that the arm is higher than the pin. Once you set this contact along the axis of the arm, then we just have to move the arm up or down. Now there's a finer adjustment with this top screw and the bottom screw. So if you move, screw up, it'll go up, you screw down, it'll go down together. But it's a very small amount. So this one has a screw, like I pointed out back here. It's just a matter of me moving it down so that these two will match. If you turn this around to make a contact, it'll be off kilter. In other words, the face won't be perpendicular to each other. So bring it up a little bit, back up, and see if we could bring this down. There we go. A little more. Too much. So the height for me is correct. So I'm going to tighten the screw. Check it again. And the height is good. It needs to go back and forth, but right now the height is good. If you have a later model where this pin is pressed onto this, then you could see if you have a little wiggle room with these with the pivot screws. If not, then you'll have to take it out and use a vise and some mechanism to kind of move this up or move it down. Don't push on this dash lever. It just rides inside here. It's not connected. It's just a bearing surface, just to rotate. Okay, we have that set. Okay, we're going to work now with the dot. And we're going to move this a little bit to the frame, back towards the frame, so it'll be nice and even. Okay. It rotates a little bit, but I'm gonna have to use both hands. Hold on. So now we have the height set, and the front and left to right here, back and forth set. Now, If you have one of these, you see them in eBay. Sometimes this whole part of the arm is tilted down. Most likely that you'll have to work with these rivets. They might be loose, or someone has changed the spring. Either way, this piece has to be in line here, all one line. Okay, the next one will be the, since we had that, we're going to hook up the oscillator and get this set up. We'll leave the dash for the last one, and I'll show you why. So we know the circuit clears will work. I'll bring this back so you can see. So first is the stop, this screw. We want this arm just to touch the damper wheel, just a touch. So, see how it goes all up inside there. You just want to touch the damper wheel and tighten the okay. Then the throw. Usually about 16. You'll be adjusting this to your own taste, but usually about 1/16. Whatever moves this way, you want to move this way. When we get to that adjustment. That looks good. Then the spring, I adjust my springs and I put a little more tension on the dot lever, but I like to push this down on mine. That's my flavor. Real quite a bit aggressive so that the whole arm rests against the damper. Then we're going to adjust the dot. The way I do it is let me see if I can hold it with one. First, stop it vibrating. Just want to touch. Just get that sound right there. If you go too far, just to start, just when it touches. And the last one is the dash. And the reason I save it for last is because as you're moving the stop left, let me use this. As you're moving the stop this way, or you're taking it out, it'll interfere here if this is too tight. You think the arm is not moving, but it's resting against the dash stop. So it's best to leave the dash stop for the last. Now we have to align this one too. Since we took everything apart and And the alignment screw is right there. Let's see. Right here. And you can see that the dash is too far up. And we'll just loosen it and bring it down. So now it's in alignment. In this one, you want to, like I said, whatever distance you had set here, you want the same distance here. Okay, now that's good for me. And that's it. Hope you enjoyed it. And the next time you pick up a bug, give it a good cleaning and enjoy it.